one more monitor just staring at us.
One more computer.
One more computer, one more thing to worry about in the middle of. One more monitor just staring at us. Sorry.
One more computer.
Just staring at us. There we go. Got mute on everybody. Not hearing us one time is bad enough, but hearing us 3 times is even worse.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Tammy. This is my husband Lance. We are the Journey to Keto team, and we are happy to be here and try to help you through the struggles this week, and hopefully hear some wins and just get everybody going. We stick with the drboz keto chemistry, so we are trying to get our chemistry pushing again to the advanced levels. So we have a few announcements again. I want to poke out there and tell everybody KetoCon is coming up. Hack Your Health, May 31st, June 1st, June 2nd. It is a good weekend. Anybody that can get in there, get to Austin, Texas, it is definitely one of them that's very much worth your time, worth your money, worth your effort. You will not walk away without your brain being ready to explode and full, but it's a wealth of, ask Olivia, it's just more than you can consume, but it is so worth it and so good. And I love the fact that it's not even just all keto. It is literally anything that has to do with hacking your body health. So that's the beauty of it. Robin is just amazing. I love what she does, how she helps everybody and is in there. So anybody that wants to go, JTK 50 will take $50 off your entry ticket. And those prices do continually keep going up. So I know the sooner you get your tickets, the better. And we hope to see everybody there and get it going. Second thing we got going on is we do have a new membership subscription phase that's going to be kicking out here in the next couple of days. Hopefully this week we'll be starting a new membership thing. Which it's going to do is be able to drop the prices of coaching down substantially. And we're going to give this a shot that if I can drop the prices down enough and fill the groups, then hopefully I can afford to give everybody a deeper discount and make this easier. And just grow the groups a little bit more than I have. I try to keep them smaller now so I can have access to everybody. So we're going to do a little bit different and see how it goes, trying to grow it as a membership. And just, you can do it as a commitment. You could do it a 1 month off, or you can do a reoccurring one. And we're trying to come up with a discount for you to have for the reoccurring. So we're working on things on the back end. When the guys get everything ready, we'll get them up and loaded this week, but we are hoping that to go live this week. We're going to try to do some things. The more people you can share it with and get it out to, the more it helps and helps us grow so we can keep the prices down on everything. So we just appreciate that. And we love to know how we can help you the most. Next thing, we are, for our chemistries, we are pushing in. We are shooting for a 72 this week. Don't know if it's going to happen, but we are trying our darndest of doing a clean 72. So we both got our CGMs on. Where are you at? Let's see where.
Who's going to win?
Who's winning?
I'm rolling a low number.
All right.
I beat you.
Oh,
I got 81 to an 83.
83. But you know what's amazing in that is he'll clean up and his glucose will drop really quick and really fast. We can eat the exact same thing and mine will be 10, 20 points higher than him. And it's just amazing to see. Until I start fasting is where my numbers will kick in. So again, this isn't always what I want to do or like to do or enjoy doing. But to know that my glucose is right pretty comparable to his is a win.
Yep.
Now, my ketones were 1.3, so I don't even know what that gives me a drboz ratio of, but...
It gives you drboz ratio of 65 because that's the numbers I had after work.
Well, it gives me drboz ratio of 65 from the math man here. But I did have, here was my little helping me over the edge, is I have my pucker, a half of a pucker. I can't even say a whole pucker. I have half of one pucker in my water today. So that's where I am trying to get my body jump started and going for this one. And I won't always do that, but
that's how I know. My screen's backwards, but that's how I know, because 85 glucose, 1.3 ketones, 65.
So those things are the differences of our bodies, even when we eat the exact same thing. So this is where I still struggle. I have that metabolic damage, those things like that. His body will kick in faster. But as soon as I'm just coming down this afternoon. So I'm just, what are we on? How many hours are we on? We're past 24, I think.
Yeah, we're
27.
We're 27.
We're 27 hours in.
44 left.
Yep. So we are going to keep doing that. Anybody that hasn't joined my fasting circle, get in there with us. It helps you see, it'll give you little highlights. When you go through, it'll give you little highlights as you go around and tell you little things that happen when you hit certain hours of fasting. So it's a neat little gadget. It's just,
and you can also see how long you're in and then how long you have to go if you can't do math.
And who are you talking to? Sometimes it's encouraging to see how far we've went. And then other times you can set it to as how long you have to go. And you could there's a head game in there that you could play, whichever one makes you win. So whichever one makes you feel like you've succeeded. Right now we're 27 hours in and I feel good knowing I have stayed clean, totally clean for 27 hours. And that's what it has taken to get my numbers out of the hundreds. And I've been 100, 110, 115, 130. That's what it has taken, 24 hours of completely clean to get me in the 80s. So it's a challenge. So we're trying, but I know this is where I feel the best. And this is the things that I'm reaching for. So how are you feeling?
I'm doing good, other than just being tired. So
okay, that's where we're at. Come on in, Olivia. Come check in. Tell us how our in-house rock star's doing.
drboz 16.
16.
No, I am doing a 72-hour clean fast. Now I did not eat my sardines when I started yesterday because I was doing a 24-hour urine to check my iodine level, and I didn't want to eat any kind of fish, and so I just had a ribeye and some eggs and that kind of thing before I started the fast. And so I checked my numbers 30 minutes before we came on, and my DVR was 16, and that's at about 30 hours.
Nice.
So, feeling good. Now that I've been doing 48 hours, I'm like 72.
Ain't it crazy? Do you remember back at the beginning when we were first doing all these 72s together? And I remember we all got that rock star status and we just we were killing it. We were getting things done. Everybody was feeling good. And you hit it, that 48 to 72 was no big deal. It's like, that's when the magic happened. We feel so good. And now it's like, dang, that's a long time.
It does. No, it's like, okay, I have to go until Wednesday.
Right? It's like, oh, that's a long time. But it is a mindset. It is definitely a mind shift that happens when you get stronger in it or walk it out. And I have found it, and maybe this is just me. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him. I'll let him speak. But I have found it harder getting back on track than it is to just stay on, to get and just stay focused, stay in my rhythm. And I like what Olivia's doing. When you reach your goals, then figuring out, do so many 48s, then a 72, do so many 40s, whatever. Cause she's already done the 8 weeks of 72s multiple times. So she doesn't just skip the 72s and do 48s. She has done those sequences multiple times. So do you find it harder too? Yeah.
Absolutely.
When we did this the first time and it was just cleaning up the kitchen and just getting on track, you get that momentum and you get that little cheerleader feeling going. It's like, I got this, we can do this. And I was like, dang, it's hard. We're dealing with some struggles here. So, but I do think this is where the magic's going to happen. So good job, Olivia. 16 is goals for all of us. I mean, anybody that's watching, that is, that's killing cancer cells. That's rebuilding kidney cells. I mean, that's hitting autophagy, all the magic, that the norepinephrine, the human growth hormone, all
I
of
don't
that.
think I was ever down that low.
As I say,
I don't think I got below 25.
that's a win.
That's huge.
That's huge. So good job. Good job, Olivia. We love you. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Love you guys too.
Come on in, Sue. Sue is coming off of your second week of 72s, or is this your third week?
This is second week,
Second.
but I'm doing fine. And now that I don't have the cold, that's even better.
Right.
But man, I thought I was going to die fighting a head cold. It never got down into my chest and stuff.
Good.
Never got but my head pounded. Oh my gosh, it just hurt so bad. I noticed the day that I was going to eat, the end of the 72, I started cooking lunch and I got so dizzy I had to go sit down.
Oh.
And oh yeah, I went and sat down twice while I was cooking bacon and eggs. And I don't really know why, except that today I remembered I was out in the garage working and lifting heavy things, and I started getting dizzy. And I heard Lance tell me, go get my salt and my water.
Yep.
And it really helped. I've had
Yep.
it twice today now. It made a difference. So now I'm wondering, if my headache from the cold was so bad because I needed salt. I
More
didn't
likely.
drink anything. So anyway, now I'm kind of alert to that, and I'll watch for that. But as far as the eating, that hadn't been a problem. I'm not a problem with that.
Sue,
So
that is
we'll
awesome.
see. Yeah,
Good
we'll
for
see what
you.
happens. I'm doing good, and I feel good.
You look good. You look like you're getting the glow. She's hitting the cellular
My
turnover.
scales was down 3 pounds today.
Nice.
Now I average and have since November between 217 and 214. It'll go up and down every 2 or 3 days. So today it was at 214. So we'll see. I'm only weighing once a week right now. We'll see at the end of this one next Monday. If it dropped below the 214, then I'll be really happy. That means maybe I'm on the way.
And you'll be on your way as your chemistry gets better too. You know, we don't at the beginning, we don't start counting calories or anything like that at the beginning because we're just trying to get your chemistry going. But once that chemistry gets going, there is a time and a place that at some point you got to start kind of see where those calories are coming in. Are you over? Are you under? Are you? And that's different for everybody. That's not just a formula to do because that depends on everybody's activity level. I mean, me and him can eat the exact same thing, but he's running, 20,000 steps a day and I'm happy to hit 6,
Yeah.
So there's a huge difference of expenditure on fuel. So
Yeah.
that's where that becomes a little bit more individual. And those are some of the things that we'll figure out when we do the membership classes. We'll be able to go through each person's calories and intake and stuff like that when we're ready to start tweaking that. But getting that chemistry established and everything is first and foremost. So good job, Sue.
Okay, I got a question though. Why the 8 weeks? I mean, I'm not going to have a problem doing the 72 hours, but what's key in the 8 weeks?
8 weeks gives you now every time you do one, that liver cleans out a little bit deeper. Think of it as spring cleaning. So it's one of those, it goes a little bit cleaner, a little bit deeper into that liver, that glycogen gets stored or gets used up and things like that. So it's just pulling a little bit more of the dust bunnies out and cleaning them up for those 8 weeks. And 8 weeks in a row, if you're refeeding properly on the days in between your fasts, you're not refilling up all that storage. So you're starting each fast at a new level, a better level, because you're not going to be as high as you were that last one, which makes you hit a deeper DBR. It makes you hit the better hormones, all the better things will kick in sooner. So you get, instead of 3 hours of autophagy and hitting all the human growth hormone and hitting all of that, you may get 12 hours now the next week, or, it just keeps building on it because you're starting at a better level.
Okay.
And that's why it's so important. And it really is. And I know it sounds god awful to do 8 weeks in a row, but there is really some kind of magic in it that happens that makes it.
But we'll see.
It does. It really.
We'll see. I'm going to try it. Don't feed me a sardine, but I'll do 72 hours.
Right. Just know I was on my second round of 72s. My second round of 8 weeks of 72s.
Oh my.
Before my body kicked in and started feeling. The first ones were rough because my body was so broken and so struggling. It was hard. I did it. But the second one was when I started seeing where the weight started coming down, where I started feeling good again, where I got my energy back, my mental clarity. All of that is where, so just everybody's different. So it's not a one size fits all, but it is whatever is needed to clean your liver, to clean your storage out. So whatever is needed, you just keep going.
So to clean the liver, you're talking about your glucose going down each time. Because if I had a DBR of 7, I can't go much farther than that.
Right. But when you refeed, what does it go to?
I don't know. A 30. No, I don't think it was above 60 this week.
Nice.
Nice
Good job.
job.
Yeah.
The more times you pull all that glucose out and get that low DVR and then go back and then pull it out again, you're wringing that liver out of all the crap.
Good.
Nice
All right,
work.
we're going to keep doing it.
Yep.
Right. Another thing I want to tell you, Sue, when you're talking about the water and the salt, that is huge. And people laugh at us, but we don't leave the house. This is almost like my pacifier. Like, I do not leave the house without this water bottle. We may be going to get coffee and a drink or out for something or whatever. I do not leave the house without at least one of these with me. I've had 2 that I carry. So, I mean, just keep it steady. Keep it with you at all times. If you start feeling woozy, if you get a headache, if you feel anything, this is your answer for most of
I've
it.
been using the Keto Chow electrolytes.
Good.
And I like them. I had to reorder those this week. I ordered those and I ordered mineral drops.
Good.
So
Good.
I'm thinking that won't
Yep.
the electrolytes take place of adding the salt into my water?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. And I like the electrolytes better than salt, but that's what happened today. I thought, I'm
Good job.
getting dizzy, and I thought, Lance said salt and water. I'm going to go get it and try it. And it
Right.
worked.
Yeah,
It
boy.
works.
Yeah.
And just start
Cool.
carrying. Takaya should pay us because I'm telling you, I think Takaya's in every video we've ever done. But we love them because it keeps them cold all the time, keeps it hot if you want it and something hot. But just your cold water, these are too simple, too easy, and they're indestructible.
And they're what's the brand?
Takaya.
Takaya.
They're made in California.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
put a link over in the group for you tonight. But
TAKAA.
TAKEY.
I thought it was pronounced Takia.
Or could be
Oh.
that.
I was like, wait, Takaya? That's how it's said?
I don't know. That's what we thought.
from Minerva, we don't know.
I'm going to look at them because I need something like that.
I will put a link over there for you. And
it's really
discount.
They're really nice. Yep, she's got one too.
Yep.
They're really nice because you can buy new seals for the lids when those go bad or they start to leak
You don't
or
have to throw them
something.
away.
You don't have to throw them away. You buy the new seal kit and they're really nice. They're
And
double walled.
These are the lids we like, but they actually have different ones.
They have all kinds of
All
different
different lids that will go
Are
on
they
the same
easy?
bottles. Hey,
Fairly easy
Trouble.
to clean.
yes.
What's that?
They
Fairly,
go in the dishwasher. Yes.
And that's
okay.
that's the nice part because the seals the seals in the bottom of the lid, they come out.
Okay.
So you
Oh,
can clean
okay.
it. You can clean them.
And
They're
replace.
made to replace or clean. So there's a seal on the
Okay.
lid. There's a seal on the cap.
We got
Okay.
we got each of the kids of their own color. They got little 8-ounce ones. They got big tall ones. They got
These are 40
Lance has
ounces.
one that's like a heavy
Yeah,
weight.
that's about what I want.
It's
Yeah. And when I
really-
need some to put on the scooters, we got our scooters put in the truck today. Oh my goodness. I got to go lift weights to lift them boogers. They're
right.
80 pounds.
That's a workout.
But
That's
we did get them up in the truck. We start camping next week. Woohoo.
nice. I'm so proud
Yeah.
of you though. That's gonna be awesome. So good
Okay.
job. All right.
Thanks.
Keep it up, Sue.
Yep. Come on in, Linda.
So I'm on kind of still on the other end of the spectrum from Sue. I'm below goal weight. My glucose is not bad. Like if you pull up my thing, I think you'll see it's 81. If I fall off the wagon in the evening, it pops up to 90. It's normally not more than 100, but my ketones are in the toilet. And I will tell you that the pucker up, and I actually quite enjoy it because it tastes like the Sour Patch Kids to me. So I quite like it, but it really doesn't seem to do much for making ketones for me. I'm just, 0.3, 0.4 now when I do my sardine fast, which I was so full of good intentions because I ate sardines last night. So this would have been day 2, and I get home and somebody who shall remain nameless, but I've been married to for a long time, has done a beef roast, and I could smell it from the driveway. So I had roast beef for dinner, and the sardines we'll have to start again.
Start again tomorrow. Tomorrow's a
Oh
new
my
day.
God, those! I know. I had roast beef, and I had the sort of a mushroom au jus type thing. Yum. I'm like, sorry, sardines. Catch you later.
Right.
And so we'll start again tomorrow. And I know that the sardines will help with my ketones because they always do. So my question is, if I was to fast instead of doing the sardine challenge, do you get the same response? Or am I going to just chug along with this 0.3, 0.4 on ketones and still see my blood sugar? And then more concerningly than that is my family is really quite worried that I'm getting to the point where I'm underweight. So, I mean, do I feel underweight? No. Do I feel pretty good? Yes. Am I looking to lose more weight? No. But either with sardines or with fasting, I'm quite severely limiting the amount of food that I'm taking in, and the weight is. I never lost weight like this in my whole life, but I mean, I'm about 10 pounds under my minimum, under my goal weight, and
Now,
I'm
is that your goal
5'7".
weight, or is that set at your BMI? What your BMI says?
I don't even know what my BMI is right now. I've got no clue, but I'm 5'7" and I weigh 131, and I haven't weighed that little. I don't even remember. So that's my concern. I know, and this is a crazy concern to have because I've lost. I mean,
But it's not all about the weight, and that
I know,
so
I
that's
know
what
that,
we-
and but that's why it's concerning. That's
Okay.
why I'm like, I was talking to my husband and I said, blah blah blah, fast, blah blah blah, and he goes, Linda, you don't need to lose any more weight, and I said, that's not the goal. The goal is to clean up the liver because clearly there's still work to be done. But how do I do that when doing the steps that I'm doing is causing me to lose the weight? That was a question.
Okay, there's a couple ways you can approach this. Okay, there's a couple ways of you can either on your refeeding days, you're going to open that eating window up a little bit. You're going to get a little bit more. Biggest thing we want to make sure we're doing is keeping your protein high enough that you are not losing muscle mass. Now, Now, here's the thing, though, I want to clear up with a lot of people. You want to check if you're losing muscle. Nobody wants to lose muscle mass. We all need to build muscle and keep our muscles strong. But losing the inflammation out of the muscle, losing muscle size does happen. So you can be still shrinking down in size or going smaller, and you're not losing muscle mass if you're keeping that protein really high. But you don't want that interim in there where you're losing muscle mass and getting smaller. But most of the time when people are doing that, if you're lifting heavy things, if you're keeping your protein high and you're getting your healthy fats, then it comes down to just knowing or losing the inflammation out of the muscle. So when that size is coming down, you're losing inches, but you're not metabolizing yourself. You're not eating that muscle. So you might be getting smaller.
Just because you think like your arms or something is getting smaller doesn't mean you're losing muscle mass. It just means you're losing inflammation around that. As long as you don't lose strength in that.
I mean, we just had this conversation this weekend with Lance's dad, and he's
84,
works circles around 40-year-old men, and he's worried about the same thing. He's a little man. He doesn't want to lose any more weight. He's worried he's losing muscle mass. So my question to him is, are you still doing the things? Are you still lifting? He still loads a cord of wood like it's, breakfast. It's just no big deal. He just goes out, he will cut wood, load wood. Are you still doing all the things and lifting the heavy things that you normally are able to do? Or are you going backwards in that? Do you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do a half a cord anymore and he's wore out? He feels good. He is still working strong. That tells me he's not going backwards in his strength. He's not losing muscle mass. He's losing the inflammation in the striations of the muscle. He's losing that water weight around the muscle, in the muscle, around the tissue. That's a different thing than losing muscle mass. So that being said, if you're losing that, then you are losing more inflammation. We're not as worried about the inflammation. We're worried about muscle mass. So pay attention to how strong you feel. Are you going backwards? Are you lifting heavy things? Are you keeping your protein high? Whether that's, sardines, a roast, whatever you're doing, keep that protein and those fats high. But my next thing is just how, as you do your 72s to hit that autophagy to still clean that up, do those. But on your refeeding days, you can open it back up, but open it back up properly. Open it back up to more protein and fats, not more carbs or anything.
Oh, yeah. My carbs are like between 5 and 10.
Nice.
Like I'm not. No problem there. Yeah, I really don't think that's an issue. It's and so anyway, and am I concerned? Well, after the health scare that we had with my husband last week, I know I'm on the right track. It could just be that honestly, underneath the sort of overweight person I was for decades, there's a much leaner person under there.
The person in there, and you just get
Yeah.
a little bit better and a little bit better of healing at that cellular level, but you're shooting cleanup of how many decades of being overweight.
Yeah, that's exactly why when my family is like, oh, you have to stop now, I go, listen, it's got nothing to do with the weight. It has to do with, and I can see you, Sue, thank you. It's got to do with those numbers, those the blood sugar and the ketones. And so I'm going to press on. I'll probably stick with the sardine challenge for now because it makes them all feel better. And it does give me a boost in ketones. So I will go up to like a 2.5 in ketones. And that then is, that gives me a nice DBR, maybe not super, super low, but it's at least, it's doing quite well. So I think
another thing you might want to challenge yourself and try to do is do the sardines, or have your can of sardines, and then go into your 24 and your 48. And if you start to get too low or you start to feel anything, finish out that 72 with it. But try giving yourself either a 24 or 48-hour fast and then finish out the 72 with the sardines if you needed to. If you felt like you're going too low or something, just play with it till you figure you want to get those low DBRs because you want to hit that autophagy. You want to do that deep cleaning. You want to rebuild new cells, do the cleaning up of the broken cells. You want to do all of that. So
yeah, surely do.
Skinny. I mean, how many of us have had that one skinny friend that was skinny, but is not healthy? My best friend growing up, we tease her because she was always skinny and I was always little before this all happened. And you just look at, but breakfast for her was a box of bag of Oreos. I mean, that was just normal, or a bag of chips, or, I mean, we used to tease that I ate fit for life and she ate shit for life. And that was our mantra. But it was truly how she looked at it. And it's like, it doesn't mean she's healthy. It doesn't mean, just because she's skinny and tiny. So it's just little things you'll learn, but don't let it stress you. Your body isn't stupid. It's going to go where it needs to go. That's where I would see what your BMI actually is for your height. Cause that's I don't have no idea being that tall.
All right. I'll have a look at it. Thanks.
Check it out. All right. Come on in, Jennifer. You want to come and say hi?
I wasn't expecting it so quick.
Bam.
We're on the run today.
So what was the theme for today? Because I came in a little late.
Today we're doing give me a win, give me a struggle, and how can I help you for the week?
Okay, I have not fasted, but my DBRs have been 40s, 30s, 50. 54, I think was the highest. So I have not fasted. Ketones have been up. I did get some of that raspberry lemonade stuff, and I do like a half a scoop a day. So
okay, so keep in mind, the only thing keep in mind in that is that means your numbers are not truly all yours. So that's you still may have work to do in the liver as we progress forward in that. So just be mindful of that.
Right. Whenever I drink that, my ketones will go above 2. Otherwise, I stay in the 1.7, 1.6 range. So I think I'm happy with that. And I'm going to wait to fast again and a little later. But so I count that as a win.
I would also try to back off the raspberry and see what they go down to when you're not taking any BHB and see how that liver's working.
Yeah, that's what I did. A couple of days I'd go down in the 1.6 with the BH, well, the raspberry lemonade. I don't know what you call that. BHB. But yeah. With that stuff, it goes above 2.
Nice.
It was above 2 before I fasted the first time. After I fasted the first time, then my ketones started coming down in the 1s. So I was like, this is strange. But anyway, it is what it is. And I will fast again in the future, but not right now. And the big question I have has to do with fat. And this may seem silly to you guys. Cleaning the fat off my stove. Do you guys have any recommendations? Because it's like all over the place now.
We laugh. I said, I want to put a post that says, tell me you're keto carnivore without telling me you're keto carnivore. And it's between every state, every shirt has fat grease stains going down the front of it. And my stove is forever greasy. I love not just the Dawn dish soap, but the Dawn Power Shot.
Or stuff. Yeah. Okay. The foamy stuff.
Yes. And I use that I use that on my laundry to get the fat out of my shirts that I dribble down the front of me all the time. And I use it all over in my kitchen, my stove, range hood.
Yeah. Because I used microfiber cloths for the longest time, but they got
Then you get them filled.
Oh,
with
them are, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to do
filled with
a
bags.
laundry
You gotta-
stripping of them every once in a while.
Then
But
you gotta boil them.
otherwise, I have to use paper towels, and we are going through paper towels like crazy. But
That Dawn is a
Dawn.
lifesaver. So yeah, we should have stock in Dawn.
Okay.
It's a
that was my
constant.
question. That was
Yep. Good job. But it's so true. So true. And I can't stand the smell. I hate my house smelling like grease and
grease. Yeah.
bacon or meat all the time. It's like, ugh. So it's like,
Hamburger.
right? There's just, I can't wait to we got stuff out on our back porch that we worked on to cook outside. And it's like, I love cooking outside. So the smells aren't all in the house.
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Where do you drain that tub?
It's right off the edge of our deck. So it's going to
So
go
it goes right into the yard.
right
So
out under our deck in the
water.
yard. It's no big deal. And that is something I want to touch base on is everybody, I know I didn't get all the questions answered and back to everybody that messaged me about that. I will do a video on it and we will take you through out there. It truly was done on a budget. That was not.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. Yeah,
we're
no,
not big
I don't pay full price for anything.
anything anybody needs on Marketplace. You have put it on Lance's list to watch for, but literally the tub was free. Some spray paint to fix the tub. The hot tub was free. We had to fix that. I mean, it was just everything out there. The curtains are drop cloths off of Amazon. I put the post over there in the link. They
Bought the wire at Lowe's.
I mean,
it's easy
there were
stuff.
so many things out there, but what it comes down to is that wasn't to do a big aha moment of look at what we have. That was if you don't make it convenient and easy to do the things that benefit your health, I don't have time to go do it. I don't drive out of town by myself. He's at work. When he comes home at night, he don't always feel like running me everywhere, whatever. So everything's in our house. I have a massage practice. So I have the sauna. I have the massage table. I have all my blasters. I have everything right here. And then when we move from the sauna, we can go to the cold plunge up on the deck and then into the hot tub to relax. And we can make the circle. So we have the sauna down here, the hot tub upstairs and the cold plunge upstairs. We can make the loop and we make it easy and convenient so that we don't have to go spend a bunch of money to keep going someplace. I can fill that tub up with Epsom salt. That tub out there on the deck can be my Epsom salt soak. It can be my cold plunge. It can be whatever we want it to be.
I think I put that whole clawfoot tub was off of Marketplace, from the tub itself to the drain setup to the spigot.
The spigot was like $20 on Marketplace.
I mean, everything came off of Marketplace, and I put it all together. All I did was take a grinder with a wire wheel and wire wheeled it all down on the outside and repainted it. That was it. That's it, and just cleaned it up. So
please don't take that as woohoo. Look at our deck. It was woohoo. Look what a budget seeking people we are.
And the other thing too is it's our happy place. It's our place to unwind, which is just as much a factor of our health, to where we can have a place to go out there, sit, time out from everybody. We're not sitting in front of any screens.
I mean, we have 4 computer screens staring at us in a room full of light. I mean, it's just
we just stop and listen to nothing, and it's just that helps our health too. So
that's what that was about. So I hope nobody misinterpreted what we were trying to say on that. That was just the blessing of, we got to bring it home. And I encourage all of you to do that, whatever you have access to. I don't care if you can do an Epsom salt soak once a week. Go light the candles in your bathroom, go do the Epsom salt soak and make it an enjoyable
even if
moment for your health.
You go to the drugstore, you buy bags of
20
Epsom
pounds.
salt, and you throw it in, you stir it up, and you get in.
But make it a moment.
Exactly.
Calm yourself down. I use my essential oils. I have diffusers in every room of my house. What mood you're trying to get going, we got an oil for that. Whatever you need, make it happen in your home and make your home your safe place, your sanctuary, and your happy place. So that was what that was supposed to be. But thank you guys for all the questions in that. And I'll try to get links posted over there in the comments as I can find them. So, but
before I go, I have one more thing.
Sure.
My body temperature used to be like 96 something, 96, 9, 8, 7. Now it's up in the 97s. Has anybody else noticed a increase in your body temperature?
I might have to check that, because I always used to run low. I used to run like 96 degrees. and I'll have to check mine as I get down into ketosis. But
My guess would be your engine's revving up.
yeah,
That's
That
what I
would-
think it is, but I was just
Yep.
wondering, I don't see a whole lot online about that as a side
Well,
effect.
here's the other thing is part of that's regulated by your thyroid. Thyroid is fat-based hormone. So my guess would be in that as your fats are getting back up, your thyroid and hormones are kicking back in, that temperature is affected by that.
Okay.
So that would
Okay.
be my thinking in it. Can't say that.
which is kind of weird because when we get fasting, I freeze. I mean, I
So
just
cold.
freeze.
It is. Your nose runs, you freeze to death, all the fun stuff. So it's a good time to do it in the summer when at least it's warm out, because if you fast in the winter, it's miserable
Yeah,
when
okay.
you hit that cold part. So good job. Thanks,
Thank
Jennifer.
you.
Checking in.
Keep
You're
it up,
welcome.
Jennifer.
Come on in, Terry. Come and check in and tell us how you in trouble back there is doing. Wait, you're muted, honey.
She's getting it. There it is.
There you go.
I kicked him out of the house for right now. So
So how are you holding up? How are you doing?
oh well, it was a rough weekend, very rough. So I'm trying to get back to normal for me. My blood sugar spiked over 200 on Saturday morning, and it was just all stress and family situation. And now this morning it was 180, so it's coming back down, and my ketones are coming back up. But it's coming.
And the hard part of that is, Terry, anybody that don't know, Terry's dealing with some major family issues and stress, and it is not. Don't take lightly how much cortisol affects those numbers. How much your body will react because you're stressed out, and that is where I don't care if it's your family, your spouse, your kids, your job. I don't care what raises that cortisol level in you, but it makes you really do a hard look of what's it worth to you. It's okay to be in a season. It's okay that life is going to happen, but you can't live in that high cortisone state for years. You can't stay there forever. That's not going to build your health. It's going to cause problems. So when you can see her DBR, if nothing changes in her diet, nothing changes in anything else, and you see her numbers shoot up like that, that tells you her body's under some kind of stress majorly. So if it's not coming from carbs and sugar, what's the next thing? Would be sleep. And then the next thing would be your cortisol. So when you have all those things going against you, it really makes you do some soul searching on, it's okay to say no to people. First of all, it's okay to keep it at arm's length. And it's okay to say, you know what? I need a timeout. I mean, I hit it this week. I will tell you guys this. I stopped therapy this week because I'm just exhausted and tired. I need to just calm down and slow down. And amazingly, my glucose is at 83. I haven't been to therapy. I took it off my schedule. And I think just knowing, I mean, we live a half hour away from where my therapy is. So I have an hour of driving, an hour of therapy. That's 2 hours out of my day. Then I come home and I'm exhausted. It's just a snowball effect of, I can't keep losing days. You know, we got a lot of work. We got big things coming up on the website. We're trying to grow this membership program. I need to focus and stay here and stay my head in the game and not be stressed out, because it just stressed me, not because it was anything I couldn't handle, but it was just too much on my plate for one time. And if that means I'm a wimp, then I'm a wimp. But it's amazing how I slept like a log last night. I woke him to the dead. I mean, it was just, I was out. And then today my glucose has been good all day. I've not been drugged down and I'm tired, but it's not, I'm drained and exhausted tired. So there's a difference in that. But cortisol is huge. So Terry, I'll be praying for you, but also be mindful of that. Again, it's a season. If it stays there for a day, that's one thing, but we all have to do some soul searching. That constant cortisol is not a good thing. It really isn't. So, how's your numbers being other than till Saturday? Was you okay all week last week?
Yeah, I was pretty good, but Friday it seemed like everything just came to a head, and so I just decided that I was just gonna stop using the phone, stop accepting some phone calls, and Saturday and Sunday I just chilled. And
That's a
and then
win.
today and then today we had 5 calves be born.
Right.
So yeah. So yeah.
I
The
love our little
eclipse
farm
was
community.
the eclipse was too good for us, I guess, because every cow decided to have their calf today. So, but
Oh, that's awesome. I will come see the babies. Oh, too cute. But you know what?
I'll
There,
probably put a bottle in your hand if you come up
I
right
would
now.
do that. I'll
Oh,
come and
don't
feed some
even
babies.
don't even tempt
Mama
her.
needs some oxytocin. I'll come and feed babies all day long. That works for me.
Well, we've got 37 of them right now.
I'll come and help you feed. I could do
We
that.
are full up. We've got calves in every area of the farm. So
That's awesome.
yeah, yes,
But
which
there
is
just is.
really stressful for Ron because he's the one that does most of the feeding. But
Okay.
tomorrow we're going to vaccinate and deworm 60 bred heifers that are all due in May.
But again,
but that part of it, I think that's more of a calming side for me, and it gets me away from dealing with the hospitals, the doctors, the sister, and so that's kind of my, I don't know, escape.
you know what? I think there's something beautiful in that, Terry. I mean, anybody that doesn't know, Terry lives here in our little farm community with us. So we've grown up here together, and the farmers that we have in our community are so blessed that they enjoy what they do. Our families are raised doing that. So it's like, that's not always a chore for around here. That's a blessing. And hear the difference of the tone, even in Terry's voice, of dealing with sisters and hospitals and the illness and stuff in life, or send her out to the barn to take care of some cattle. And it's just neat to see. It doesn't matter what your niche is, whatever that word is. It doesn't matter what your thing is. Find your peace. Ours is, it's getting ready to be springtime here if it ever warms up. Ours is boating. Lance is chomping at the bit to get the boat out, and we don't do anything. We literally drive to the lake and sit on the lake and watch a sunset on the boat. That and we load it back up, bring it home, and he cleans it back up for next week. But that's our happy place. That's our peace. If we don't leave and go boating, we enjoy sitting out on our deck. We enjoy sitting out, and we have a beautiful neighborhood, beautiful neighbors. It's just our happy place. And we're just saying, whatever that is for you, find it. I see Linda sitting there knitting. She's finding that knitting. When you need dopamine, right? When you need that dopamine response in your brain, that can come from anything, whatever truly makes you happy. And that's okay. It's not a right or wrong. It's a find your happiness, whether that's a meditation, a Bible study, read a book, go for a walk, call a friend, call your mom, call your dad, call your kids, call whatever. Do something that makes you feel good. And there is something huge in that of just to be mindful.
That brings down that stress level.
Yep.
And it's amazing what stress will do to you.
I mean, he's been working crazy at work. They're short some people, didn't show up for work, whatever. His daddy stopped over the other day, and you just watch them two. They just connect and they just talk, and you see both of them
we mellow out.
The calmness comes down, and they sit and tell stories and share moments and stuff like that. And you just see the love between them. And it just takes all his stress away from work. Like, it's just that neat little vibe, whatever that is, and whoever it is. His person is me and his daddy. I know that's what works for him. And you got to find that. You got to find what calms your soul. And if that's out, I'm trying to bribe my kids right now. Somebody needs to have a baby. Nana needs another kid.
Jeez.
Nana needs a baby. Give me a cow. I don't care. Give me a baby.
Springtime.
It's springtime. I need a baby. But it's what brings, it's oxytocin. It makes my heart feel happy. Just do something that makes you feel good. And there really is an importance in that. So Terry, hang in there. I know you've got life on your shoulders right now, and call me if you need an extra bottle feeder. I'll come over. I can do that.
And that's it. There's one circumstance, or there's an example of one circumstance where consistency will definitely tell you whether it's what you're doing or whether it's what affecting you. So the more you're consistent, and then if you have a shoot up like that of your numbers,
then you know
what it is. You don't have to guess anymore. You know that, hey, stress, life hit me right in the face, screwed my numbers up. I'm going to stay consistent in what I'm doing. They'll come back down. That's a natural response in the body. So let that response happen and come right back to where your home base is.
And any of you that know us or have followed us for any time, you realize, You know, we started off with drboz 4 or 5 years ago, and we've progressively came down that funnel. I don't say we're carnivore just because if I want to go have a salad, I don't need the food police coming after me telling me I had a salad. But for the most part, just for the ease of figuring things out in numbers and knowing what works for us, pretty much being carnivore. But what he was just saying is how much when we stay consistent like that and we are just carnivore, we know it's not the carnivore, it's jacking up our numbers. So if I'm being carnivore and we haven't changed anything in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We've been pretty consistent, just carnivore. And to know just the difference of my glucose went from 120 to 83. But I calmed everything down and I slept last night. And the things that you give usually the least amount of attention to, right? To win. The things that you give the least amount of attention to and the least amount of oomph to it is the sleep and the oh, that doesn't matter. Or yes, they do. They matter a lot, you know, and that's huge. So don't negate it and don't brush it aside, because the stress in your life truly does affect your health. It really does. So, hang in there, Terry. Let me know if I can do anything to help. Hey, Nancy, come on in. Come and check in.
Nancy made it. She was over at YouTube and she was having
popping
difficulty with the link and everything
sorry.
else, but we got her there.
Hang on, let me see if we can. Might have to touch your screen or
Go. Am
There
I
you go.
muted?
nope.
Now
you're
you
good.
are. You're good.
Okay, good. Well, it's the first time I'm here. I've seen you in the periphery.
Well, welcome to our
Thank you.
craziness.
So I did the 21-day challenge and I did okay up until I couldn't do the 72-hour fast. And then I tried to do sardine challenge afterwards. Didn't go well. Tried to do fast, didn't go well. And I've fallen off the wagon, as they would say. And
Okay, so what happened when you did the sardine challenge?
I can't stand those sardines. I'm sorry. I tried. The first can is okay.
We
Then-
laugh.
We laugh with you.
Then I tried the second one, and I just don't like them at all. And it's so I don't like them. It's hard. It's hard
Okay.
to tolerate them.
She knows exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I try
and
to
you-
push myself and I can't push myself. So I still have probably about 10 cans in my cupboard, you know.
Don't get rid of them. You'll get there.
No, I'm not getting rid of them. I had one, I don't know, about a week ago or so. And, cause I was hungry and it was just like, what am I going to do? And so I ate them and it was like, oh, it calmed me. It did me well. I haven't had another one. It's
That second round.
Nancy,
yeah,
one
I
thing I
don't
will throw
know.
out to you is
I don't know.
those sardines are magic.
So I haven't been checking my numbers at all. Actually, I did a CGM when I was off, and I haven't been checking anything because I'm not going to get anything good. So I mean, I lost about 14 pounds, and I'm gained 5 or 6. I haven't gained everything, so I'm happy about that at least.
Nancy, how long were you doing Keto Continuum before you did the 21-day?
I don't know, not December 25th.
Of this year?
This past year.
Well,
Or
past
past year? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotcha. Yeah, so
Okay.
not long. Like
I was gonna
Okay,
say,
so
so
what I'm going to throw out to you, and this isn't meant to be a discouraging thing at all. I mean, this is an encouragement just to fill you in. I will say no, most of us, and you can ask Olivia, most of us girls that are on here that have been in this for any length of time, if we don't take our time and build that chemistry shift before we push into the fasting and the sardines and all of that, that is why even in my beginner group, I started it for 6 weeks. You know, it's a 6 week, but then there's still a pause in there of you've got to wait for those hormones to kick in. You got to wait for that whole chemistry shift to start working. And if they're not, what happens when you push into the sardines or you push into the clean fasting, you crash and burn and you back up and have to go start over again.
Yeah.
We've all done it. And it's one of those, don't push this stage. Get your chemistry right first and then push into fasting.
Yeah.
I'd rather see you spend 10 weeks in getting it right
yeah.
than pushing too fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just kind of start back at, you can tell I'm from the north. Start.
That's all right. I knew exactly where you were.
Yeah. I'm in Florida now, but yeah, so I'm just trying to start back at ground zero. I'm not trying to do any sardine stuff. I'm not trying to do, there's no way I can. I can't. I'm not even back up to my 16 and 8s, you know.
You'll get there. That is, just let that chemistry shift happen.
Yeah. So
you gotta
that's
push.
where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And I do have a friend that's doing this with me. She didn't do the 21-day challenge. And she's got the book and the workbook. So at least, you know, I'll kind of touch base with her and
go back and start again. Just start and be
master.
Be mindful of putting those blocks together.
Yeah.
One at a time, each one in its place. And as you go through there and put those blocks there, that's when you can stand on those blocks and move to the next level each time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a very, you have to think of it as a methodical way. It's not the 21-day, don't get me wrong. The 21-day is great. It's a jump start, but you also need to take your time at some point and make sure those blocks are in the right place. And each one connects to the next one. And once you do that, you'll start building momentum and it'll help you get along. You hate to start off and then all of a sudden, boom, crash backwards because it's disheartening. So just get yourself set up for the long game and do one block at a time. And it'll benefit you a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
The other thing then, Nancy, after that, if you need in one of the coaching groups, that new one that we're getting ready to start, it's going to be a lot easier to get into. So, and we're going to meet once a week to work through all those steps to make sure everybody is mastering. I mean, it stays right here on my desk. I live by that stupid.
As she says, you can't find it.
I can't find it right now. I have it in a page protector because it is literally, you got to go down and check each one and go through them and then play that off your numbers and see what is my body doing? What is my liver doing?
Yeah.
And making a ketone, and I fat adapted yet? Or, you know, are you still needing the help to get the BHB and to get those ketones up? Is the liver starting to kick in yet? You will get all those steps mastered and then move forward. Then the fasting will fall into place. Then the sardine challenge. I will tell you this, I do not like them boogers at all. I feel your pain, but I will tell you, keep doing it. I can get them down. I don't enjoy them. I'm never going to sit down and enjoy a can of them. It's not like woohoo, I'm having sardines, but I love what they do for me and I can get them down.
Yeah, exactly.
It changes. It does.
You know, my numbers were good. I can't lose. I don't seem to lose any weight unless my DBR is like around 20. You know, I may not, but I was sitting in the 40s for a while, and
that's just consistency of that insulin resistance. You know, that's making sure you've cleaned up everything, making sure that eating window is tight, making sure you've cleaned up everything outside of it. Nothing black coffee, black tea, salt, water outside that eating window.
That's salt. I don't know. I bought some of those things, and I just put like about that much water in my water bottle and then fill it up with regular water. And it's still like, oh my gosh, it's so. I didn't expect it to be that salty.
Your taste buds will change. I promise you. Yeah. As your microbiome changes, your taste buds will change. What is really salty? He used to hate salt. Like
this guy used to eat.
He would eat fries with no
unsalted French fries, unsalted.
Oh no, I like salt, but it's salt. that crystallized salt there. It's a different salt. That's different than your regular table salt.
Oh yeah.
Even the pink salt.
Yeah.
It's got a different.
The salt you want to be consuming is Redmond's. I mean, it is truly
and that's what it is. That's the Redmond's. I don't like it at all.
It'll grow on you. It will.
Yeah.
I put it in my coffee.
It's in coffee and his water. It's in everything now. But you'll get there. Your taste buds
will
change.
Thank you. It's good actually, just at least a touch base.
Yes,
absolutely.
You know, so thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, and we appreciate you guys all showing up. We're here every Monday at 7, and the classes our beginner class right now is Tuesday, I think at 7. So we've got some other meetups during the week now coming up. So anything that if you want in, I'm going to have one during the day where people can check in during the day now. So we got some new things coming up. Keep watching on that group page over there. We will post.
Okay, great. Great.
live
On Dr. Boz page or?
no, on our group, Journey to Keto with Tammy.
Okay, I am on that one. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right.
We
Super.
put
It's-
some stuff over there, but some stuff we try to keep in our group too. So
Yeah, it's hard to manage, where everything is.
I know.
But I'm getting it. This is good. I mean, I'm following you, I'm
Good.
following
Good,
what
good.
you're saying.
You
It was
got
tough getting into this Zoom. I had to go back. It's like, oh, what's the password? Oh, or whatever it is they ask. So I have to keep, and I'm on my phone and on my iPad, and it's like, what's the number? But I got here. So.
All
All
right,
right.
we're
Just
sorry.
make
bud.
sure you save that link because
It's
that
the same link
it's
every
the
week.
same link every week.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank
How
you.
are we doing over there? Got any questions over there?
Nope. YouTube's kind of quiet. We do have 7 people over there,
YouTube
but
have any questions? Let us know over there. If
type them in the chat.
type them in. Let us know who's going to Keto Chow or Keto Chow.
KetoCon.
KetoCon, Hack Your Health. Who's going to Rob? Are you going, Jennifer? Good.
Well, Olivia's going. Okay.
Good. Anybody
Is
else?
is there an online option? I can't get to Texas this year. Not a chance.
You know what? She does. I think she does.
I think she does.
Let me check on that for you. In fact,
Thanks.
maybe
You
talk to her.
can pay for just the presentations.
There you
It's
go.
like $89. So you can get all
Oh.
the presentations for a year.
Yeah.
So I won't have to sort of crash into Olivia's house.
Right.
So,
Right.
We still may show up on our doorstep, but you never know.
yeah, that's fine.
Everybody's welcome.
Oh,
yeah,
I love
So
you.
sweet.
You say that right up until we show up.
We all show up with our suitcases in here. Hey, any of you that know our Florida, any of you that know
I
our
had
Florida
42 people for a family reunion, so I can handle you guys.
All right.
our Florida story one time, Boz and I were down in Florida and we went to go meet up to do a live together, and we were supposed to have this town hall or whatever that was supposed to be set up for us to do it. Well, we got there and here the reservation got mixed up and everything like that. So one of the girls in our group actually says, well, I live over here. I've got Wi-Fi in my house. And we're all kind of laughing like, okay. So
We crashed
we
her
crashed her
house.
living room. We're like, well, I hope she's not an axe murder. We're putting up, Boz is pulling up. We're ready to film, and God love her. She's one of our dearest friends now. We just laugh about it, but we're like, we just went door knocking to Joan's house and showed up in Joan's.
Yeah, if you ever on the page see Joan Kessel, she's the one we crashed her
she
house.
just brought us into her living room, had Wi-Fi set up, and we went live on time, and we did.
It was great.
It was awesome. But it's like, you know what? When we say you guys are truly our family, we mean it. You guys are truly our family. So
Yep, I think last year at KetoCon we had all the coaches come over too.
yeah, we had everybody over. So
That was a
good.
big
Yeah.
to-do.
It was fun. So we had some good moments, but it is a blessing. So anything that you do need to order this time. So journeytoketo.com is where under Tammy's favorites. There's most of all the links of everything that we use and do. As all that changes, we will post them over there, but he will put that, he's putting it up right now, I think.
I'm putting it up
It's
in
on it.
YouTube.
But anything that you need, again, it doesn't cost you anything, but those links do help us out a little bit. So we appreciate it. And we really do. If anybody has any questions, we'll keep the group going. There is going to be a few things changing. April 21st. Okay, right now, I'm going to throw this out there just so everybody's aware what's going to happen. It is not our doing. It is Facebook and computer land crap. So right now we have our morning post is scheduled to go up every morning that you guys come in and can put your numbers under and everything like that. We have that scheduled on the calendar. So that goes up automatically at 6:30 in the morning or something like that. As of April 21st, we are no longer allowed to use schedulers to schedule these out ahead
External schedulers.
into a group, which is where all of my people are in the group. So what I have to do, our workaround on this is we can still schedule into a business page, which is my journey to healing, health, wellness, home, beauty, whatever. So we are going to have to post it over into the business page and then manually share it into the group. So it's just ridiculous and it's stupid, but we're playing the Facebook jump through hoops to get the algorithm going. But in the meantime, to help us do that, if everybody would go over and follow our business page, just click on the journey to healing, health, and wellness and go over there and hit the follow button. Helps us on this stupid algorithm that we got to get going and get it moving. But that is going to change a little bit. So it's going to be the same post going over, same thing like that, but it will come in instead of coming from Lance or I, it will come in from the business page over into the group is the only way we can schedule it.
Yeah, it's gonna be basically us sharing it every morning. So it'll still be the accountability challenge, but it'll get posted over in our business page. And then we'll kind of try to get it shared over. If you don't happen to see it a day and we forget or something like that,
Yell at
sometimes,
us or text us.
it's always going to be posted in the business page. So
do you want us to post in the business page or in the other one? Or will it transfer over?
Good question. I don't know. Either or both. I don't care. But you know what? We're probably gonna have to try that to see if the numbers carry over.
Or the comments, yeah.
Yeah, in the comments, I'm assuming they would, but I don't know that for sure. So let me play with that a little bit this week.
Okay.
But the more you can do that, and the more even on the business page where you guys can go over and follow that page, so many of the affiliate programs and everything, they'll only use the business page. Did you post over?
Yeah, I post.
Can you put it in my chat? Can you fling that to me?
Go for it. Try it.
All right, let's see.
Tammy, question.
Yes.
I'm on Facebook here as well, and I just did a search for Journey to Health. So
Journey
what
to
does
heal.
Journey to
Healing.
Healing.
Healing, health, wellness, and home and beauty.
No, wait, but the link is only Journey to Healing, Health, and Wellness because they made us change that too.
Healing.
It's
Health.
in the chat. I am so sorry, guys. We
It's
are
all right.
and
We're
as
gonna.
soon as- about the time we get it figured out and think we got it figured out, then they change the rules on it too for us. And it's the
They'll
same thing with the affiliate.
yeah.
Like most of my followers are on my professional page, which is just my name and my it's under professional. It's not a personal page, it's a professional page. Then they quit taking that as affiliates. So until my business page that I hardly ever use because it was my massage and my oils and stuff like that, until that page gets over to 1,000, some of the affiliates will not accept me in now, which means we work for free until they all. So anybody that can share them to, like them, all of that, it costs you nothing, but it really, really does help us grow. So thank you, and we appreciate the likes and the shares.
Linda, did you see it? Did you find it in the
Did you get the
chat?
comment?
Okay.
I'm in there right. Hang on. I'm in there right now. I just found it following the link you put in the chat, and I hit the follow. I thought I was already doing it, but I think I was doing the Tammy page.
We got
We got a couple.
Too many pages, confusing the chick here, but okay. So I found it.
All right, thank you. We appreciate that, but that will be changing. I will try to keep putting that reminder out on April 20th. And again, that's not our doing. This is the rules of Facebook again. After they tell you to go to your group, now they tell you.
That's just for the daily accountability.
I want you to know I am number 581.
Woohoo! We'll get to 1,000.
We're over halfway.
That's it.
Awful. We appreciate it. We really do. So any other questions? Anything we didn't cover, guys?
Okay, one other question.
Yes,
do you know if your admins will be able to share that link in case you guys are not up?
What, for the daily?
Probably.
For the accountability challenge?
Yeah.
Or for the accountability? Yeah, they should be able to.
Yep.
Yeah, so if somebody comes in and you guys are still sleeping in,
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if you'd have to be an admin because you probably could go over to the business page and just share it. So if you see we miss it, and I think anybody can, but Olivia, I know you're a admin, so you, if not, whoever sees it, share it over there. I think you can. I really do. Because I think you can go onto the business page and share because I have it all public. So that can go over, and the group page is public. So you should be able to share from a public to a public would be my thinking in that.
Should
be my thinking.
Famous last words, right?
Right.
we're talking about Facebook here, so
right. But we all know how good I am at Facebook rules. So there's that. But we appreciate it. So thank you guys. We love y'all.
Have a great week, guys.
Let us know.
Bye. Thank
guys.
you.